Good morning. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate y'all being here. Just a little heads up, we do have a packed day today full of a lot of information and a lot of good stuff. All right, so let's get rolling as we always do. Who's got something good to share? Some bucket fills.
Tell us something good. Oh, got one back there.
All right, so that way we don't have an empty stage.
I got my first executed contract with the BMP team since joining 2 weeks ago.
All right. Woo. Now we roll.
Hello, happy new year.
It's already on. It's for.
Oh,
it's
okay,
for
okay.
online. It's for
I'm
online.
sorry.
Just speak up.
Okay. I just wanted to say hello to everyone, and I want everyone to welcome Courtney. I met Courtney at a builder, one of the builders open house, and she actually asked to join. So she's going to start training. She's going to start the classes, get her license, and she's coming on board with KW.
All right. Welcome.
Anybody else?
Corinne's got something.
I got one executed contract after putting 6 offer.
Whoa, way to be persistent.
Said she was flexing those muscles.
Yeah.
All y'all do is work. Y'all don't get the first.
That's how we like. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Oh, personal guys.
All right. Santa's got
Everybody
something
turn
good to
around and look
share.
at Chad.
I know, everybody look at Chad. Oh yeah, that's true. We do. Come on, Norman, you don't have it queued up. I know. All right, who else got something? Somebody has to have something personal to share. Come on, personal accomplishment, something fun, something good to share, something good to share.
You finally slept the entire Saturday. Right?
He just missed the first part, how everything was about work, right? Like all the good shares were about work. Yeah.
That's why I get up on Saturdays at 4:30, because I don't want to waste a minute of my time.
Yeah.
Don't call me. I'll be asleep.
That's
I'm
pretty
resting
powerful.
on Saturday. I can't sleep all day either. I was just playing.
All right. Well, let's keep
All right.
rolling then. If that's gonna be it, well, let's dive right in, right? So let's go. Oh yeah, one reminder again. If you have not paid your HAR dues for 2022, guess what that means?
We're kicking you out. No, I'm just
Not quite yet. All right, we're doing our
It's
best
coming.
not to do that. Okay,
Be
but
very patient.
yes,
No, I'm just
again, your deadline was December 31st to pay it, which now means it is past due. So if you have not gone in there and paid your HAR dues, please do so. We do have a slight list of people that have seemed to have forgotten. Okay, and just a reminder on that note, this is not an automatic payment like your MLS dues that happen every quarter. So if you're under that misconception, make sure you go in there and you have to manually pay it in your account.
I'd
Okay.
also add, for those of y'all who may or may not have done your HAR ethics training, they've also probably stopped you. So you want to make sure you get into that class. The CE Shop that has that class available for you. Take care of that, because that will also kind of impact on your HAR.
Awesome. Oh.
Yeah.
3 years. Yeah. All right. You're ready to roll?
Okay, so yeah, I got a couple of things. So we're still getting on the bus. We have our, oh no,
Okay,
oh,
okay,
I'm
I'll
gonna
fix
go
it,
in
I'll
that
fix
order.
it.
That's
There we
okay. Okay, yeah, you know, I'll roll with it. We're in real estate. We know how to be flexible. So we do have the Sienna bus tour. A lot of you guys have already been signing up for that. You can still just send an email to myself, or there's a link that you can go to so you can sign up. This is happening on February 25th. It's our Sienna. If you did it before, you know you liked it. We're gonna add a couple of other interesting little things to this new tour, and we're gonna have some hot cocoa and coffee. So it's a hot cocoa and coffee Sienna bus tour.
Awesome.
We had another thing going on. Go back to the KW. Friday, February 25th, we're gonna meet downstairs just like last time, but you'll get more detail the closer we get to that event. Going back to family reunion. So right before the Sienna bus tour, we have family reunion happening from February 19th all the way to the 22nd. It is in person and virtual.
Keep going. He's got to have his mic with him, right?
In person and virtual, we encourage you guys to, if you can, if there is no experience like family reunions experience, especially in person. There's a lot of networking that happens, a lot of growth that happens if you allow it to happen, right? But at the same time, if you're able to join us virtually, please do so. We are looking to also invite people, much like you invited her, to come on board, right? To be part of that virtual experience as well. If you know somebody who's interested, contact one of us if they're not part of this office, and we'll work on getting them geared up for that. So that's family reunion. You can find out, where do they go to sign up?
Events.kw.com.
Events.kw.com.
When's the Sienna tour again?
The 25th
25th.
of February.
What time?
10:30 is when we're starting, and it'll end right around 2 or 3:30 unless we have a party at the Meshes.
All right, okay.
We'll see what his wife says about that. Okay.
I dropped the bomb the other day, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, okay. He may be in trouble and then nothing's happening, so.
It's all good. No, all right, all right.
The
And then-
Kaufman, yes, the KW effect. If you don't bleed KW, this is definitely an opportunity for you to bleed KW. Why would you not want to, right? This is part of your family. You need to understand your family history, what your family stands for, and then be able to communicate that and convey that to people who are outside. So much so they're drawn to come to a freaking team meeting, right? And experience it for themselves. And this is one way you can learn about that. Aaron Kaufman is coming to our office. He is an exceptional speaker. He does bleed KW, right? As Chad would say, he drank the Kool-Aid. He was all up in the Kool-Aid.
I like the Kool-Aid.
And everything, right?
Made the Kool-Aid.
He made the Kool-Aid. But he's going to teach you. Remember, we talked about profit sharing. We talked about how you can build your tree, right? He's going to teach you how to do that in an effective manner. And also, some of y'all have been here for maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and you don't really know the resources that you have that you're actively paying for and that could help you excel. Remember, ALC said one of their #1 goals is to help build more cappers. How many of y'all want a cap? Great. Make sure you're at this event that's happening on the 31st of January. It starts at
1 p.m.
1 p.m. Okay, so we expect to see you guys here. It'll be here in the Morris Training Room.
Okay, and registration is required.
Registration is required. Currently, we have about 40 people. Man, you guys must like me and the Mesh, and I guess Chad sometimes, because when we talked about it last time, y'all immediately got on there and started signing up. So we thank you guys for that, but we have room for more before we do shut it down because it is limited.
So that's a $50 value. If you take a seat, we expect you to be there, right? It is being offered for you at no cost, but there is a cost to the Market Center to bring him in.
Yeah, Papa Chad was like, I got you as long as you're serious, right?
Yep,
So he hates when I call him that, by the way.
Thank God this is recorded, right?
It is. We could just keep replaying it when we want to get our point. across.
Check your emails. It's also on the Facebook group, and
Yeah.
we did send a text out last week, but we will repost it and resend it if you guys missed that, okay? But please register if you're going to be there. And again, like Chad said, please be there if you committed. All righty.
So, yep, and we have a
Alright.
couple other things brewing, but we'll bring that to y'all as we have them solidified. And if there's any suggestions on how we can help you become a better realtor, a better agent, and a better business person, please let us know. We're here to serve you guys, and thank you for the opportunity for doing so.
All right, awesome. Before we move forward, which is going to be you
Oh,
as
again?
well, it's going to be about your little stack right there,
Oh.
right? But before we do that, I'd actually call up 2 ALC members here that are going to share a little bit about wellness. It's not all about business. It's about taking care of yourself as well. As
So
Chad's flexing his
all day
muscles there.
Saturday.
All right, Mona Parikh, you want to come up, and Corinne D'Souza?
All right, before we go on up, before we get started, who wants to play a game? Okay, who wants a free office bill? Okay, I only have one. If you don't have my number, you don't get to answer it. That's your own fault. I won't tell you what it is. The first person to text me with the Sugarland Skeeters are making an announcement. Oh, don't say it out loud. The first person to text me what their new name is going to be gets a free office bill. Ready, go.
First, you gotta know his number. If you don't have his.
Yeah, I can't help you there, and I'm not telling you that's your own fault.
Sponsor that team.
All right,
So that should teach you to have his number.
sorry.
You guys got to come here, though.
Yeah, y'all gotta come here. Y'all gotta come here. Otherwise it won't show. Karen, you too. Go.
Okay.
Hold on, hang on a second. Well, are you gonna announce it later, Chad?
No, I can do it right now.
Okay.
The first one that came in was Pam Shockey. Is Pam here or online? Oh, good job, Pam. She's participating. And they're now the Space Cowboys. Turn to your neighbor and go, what?
Mosquito.
So Pam Shockey, but Kristen, no, you got it. Good job. We had special people. They wanted to be in alignment with the Astros, so they came up with the Space Cowboys. We weren't on the, Greg, you weren't on the marketing committee to help them with the new name, but the Sugarland Skeeters are now the Sugarland Space Cowboys.
So if you don't want to make the same type of mistake, make sure you speak with Greg to help you with your branding.
Yes.
But we're gonna support our team. Woohoo, Space Cowboys. All right.
All right, go ahead.
All
Sorry.
right, thanks, guys.
Okay.
All right, take it away, guys.
I love how Mona just comes up here and posts.
Let's go. Okay, hi, you guys. My name is Mona Parikh. I'm with the AL.
What's Chad's number?
Wellness Ambassador this year and last year, and I have a partner in crime. Introduce yourself, Kareem.
Yes, my name is Corinne. I'm also an ALC member. So I want to thank you, Mona, for inviting me to share what my progress, what I
Yes.
have done in the past years.
Awesome. So about 2 years ago at, what was it? Family reunion, Chad? We were at a dinner. We were at a dinner and Andy and Chad asked me. Mona,
I didn't. That was Andy. Let's go on record.
So-
I just tried
You do know I love Mona, but I give her a hard time.
So I was asked to be the wellness ambassador, and I was so happy and honored to take this role. So I've been the wellness ambassador. It's been almost 1.5 years, 2 years. We really worked hard during COVID to do some things. However, given that a lot of people were not coming in the office and the restrictions, we just weren't able to kick off a lot of things. This year we will. And the reason I invited Corinne is she actually competes I guess in national competitions and shows for fitness. I just do it as a hobby. So for those of you guys that know me, I'm a fitness fanatic. I'm usually at the gym 2.5 to 3 hours a day. And it's serious stuff. So in the past year, I've lost about 16 pounds, 10% body fat, and I've shrunk 4 sizes. So I'm excited for the progress I've made. So for lessons learned for anyone that's looking to get fit and healthy and be focused on wellness this year, the biggest thing that I can recommend is to hire a personal trainer and or a nutritionist. Some personal trainers at the gym just focus on the hardcore workouts, which is the lifting. Some of them give you a diet plan as well as the lifting. So the reason that I got the results, it's really honestly, it's what I put in my mouth and my body that has created the transformation. Obviously it is the hardcore workouts. It's also the diet, nutrition, and consistent cardio. So I would recommend everyone. The other thing I can give you as a tip, first of all, join a gym. How many of y'all are in a gym right now or have equipment at home? Okay, awesome. How many of you guys have a personal trainer or someone that you use for your nutrition? Anybody? Okay, awesome. So that's not enough hands. So part of Keller Williams and our mindset is to wake up every day and hustle, right? We want to make our lead calls. We want to be there for our clients. We want to be healthy for our kids, for our families, for our parents. And so part of that mindset is making sure you have a mental mindset, which is your wellness mindset. So make sure that you take time out of your schedule, whether it's at the end of the day or the beginning, to take care of your own health and fitness. Number 1 is hiring a fitness professional and or a nutritionist. Number 2, I drink 1 liter of water a day. That's 4 of these Mona Beast cups. So just get yourself a Yeti or something, but drinking water, that water will help flush out your system. And the third thing is whenever you focus on what you eat, make sure that you eat clean food. A big part of my transformation was what I eat. I have my trainer puts me on a diet. I eat the same food every single day for 4 to 6 weeks, and I have 1 cheat meal a week. So it's not fun. However, it's extremely effective. And be careful what you put in your mouth because the sugar, the dairy, the extra carbs is going to kind of bloat the stomach area. So if you're looking to lean out, get the six pack, get ripped.
Pizza's not good.
Pizza's not good.
Oh,
If
man.
you're gonna kind of get ripped and get shredded for the holidays, it's your diet. And it's really focusing.
Tacos is winning.
Yeah. No drinking, no dairy, no sugar, all clean food, homemade, no outside. This is what I have done. I'm not saying everyone has to do it, but this is what creates a transformation in your body. And besides the diet, the nutrition, the workouts, drinking water, the last thing that I would recommend to everyone is when you get on a nutrition plan, make sure you follow your macros, because it's the amount of protein, fat, and carbs that you're intaking every day that impacts the body and the loss. So I'm going to give it to Corrine because she successfully made a huge transformation and she competes. I don't, I just do it for fun. But let her explain what she's done to make her transformation.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
everything that Mona said is right, but I just wanted to add in something that I think for me, I mean, for everyone who has competed before, and what she's doing is very good. But I also want to add in everything. What made me do this competition is because I took everything that I learned in the ballroom. So the first thing is mindset, right? But you have to have the right mindset and also to have the right nutrition and a coach to oversee what you are doing, whether you are, and you also have to track your progress. It's just like you track your business, right? Over time, are you progressing? Are you losing your fat? All those are important. Okay. If you do that and you got to stick 100%. Even if you skip one meal or even eat a little bit outside your meal plan, it can trigger it can jeopardize your fat loss. So stick with it 100%.
And the last thing I want to know is if any of you guys are interested in doing some kind of activity as a Keller Williams Southwest group, like a fun run that we could do in March or May, please come see me after the meeting. I'm just gonna have a little sign up sheet. I don't know the ability that we're gonna have to host big boot camps and things like that inside of Keller Williams. But if you have any questions or want any advice, come see me. And I will probably be doing a run myself in March or May. So if anyone wants to join me and the Keller Williams team, just come see me and we'll get y'all signed up. Okay? Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mona. Appreciate it.
It was just,
deal.
Nimesh, I don't know about you, but I heard a lot of different things that really focuses on your business. Same way, right? I heard it starts with your mindset. Corinne even said a lot of the things bold is what she implemented.
Yep.
So starting with your mindset, did y'all hear Mona rattle off her numbers? She knew her numbers. She understood the goal she was trying to go to or get to. She tracked that and she could tell you what the results were. And then finally, they were committed to consistently applying what they were learning and doing into their system and their methodology within work. So the things that you're learning here at Keller Williams can apply more to just your business, but to your life, and you can achieve success in all of that.
You listen past I eat the same thing every day?
After her smile, I was like, maybe I'll keep listening. And then she said some stuff that I was like, I can go for it.
No,
now.
that's some
Yeah.
powerful stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Your help is well for it.
It's not fun. And notice she said she does that for fun. I've been
Yeah.
questioning if the chick is crazy for a while, but it's been confirmed.
Yeah,
No.
it's confirmed. It's official. It's on
official.
record. It's
It's
recorded.
official. She's not quite committable, but she's skating on that line.
All right, let's roll. All right, let's get to the good stuff. We're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to start with our December awards
Oh,
this
yes.
month. All right, so let's get
Y'all
rolling.
get to hear me mess up some names. If you really are offended, come see me afterwards. I will apologize 1,000 times. All right. Well, so going straight into our December awards, we're starting with our top listing units. And so obviously with 4 units coming in, our very own Gary Sturgenagel is out there. Look, he's been teaching our PC program and he's trying to let y'all know I still got it. Well, we appreciate you. Kevin Cameron Thompson also had 4, so he was tied for first as well. Robbie Yansky had 3, and Akil Burke, they were tied for second place. So we love those ties, right? Make it hard for us. All right, going on into top listing units for teams, we had the Pam Shockey team with 3 units coming in number 1. Great job, Pam Shockey team. The Contreras Real Estate Group coming in, tying for second with the Mona Nose home team, both of them having 2. Whoop, whoop, go ahead. All right, moving on to top listing units for our groups. Coming in number 1, and reigning in hard, the BNP team with 5 listing units. The Audra O'Neill team, second place with 4. The SIA group with 3, and the Kathy Steps team, whoop, whoop, with 2, coming in 4th place. Great job, you guys. So of course, if they're putting up these units, we know that there's gonna have some high volume with that. So first place with 3.2 roughly million in volume is Gary. Second place with 1.1 million is Akil Burke. The Jamie Castens, the Castens group. Well, no, it's just Jamie Castens now, right? Individual, sorry. Coming in third with 937. Justin Crosby right under that at 879. And Robbie Yansky 5th with 834,000 in listing volume.
Justin's picture.
We still do need Justin picture. Justin, send us your picture, please, so we can highlight you. Okay, top listing volume for our teams. Of course, Pam Shockey was number 1 over there, so her listing volume is going to be high too. So right at 2.2 million, we have the Pam Shockey team reigning in number 1. Our second is the Mona Nose home team. Go, go. That craziness is paying off at 875,000. The day team, all day, every day, where they at? They're not in here? Okay, they're online. With 625, the Contreras Real Estate Group coming in hard in 4th place at 490. And the Diaz team, 265. That's all Valerie, all Valerie.
Yep, that's it. There's no substitute.
No
That's what
substitute.
it says.
All right, let's roll into our
Definitely no
groups.
substitute for Ernest Diaz.
There isn't. I love me some Ernest. All right, the BNP team coming in number 1 as a group at 2 million. The Audra O'Neill team at 1.5. The Kathy Stubbs team reigning in third at 1.2. And the SIA group is 748. We love seeing these numbers in December, and we hope to see some continued growth in January. Let's look at closed units. If we're putting them up, we're hoping we're closing them and bringing them down. So
Hope's not a strategy, girl. Come on, we
you're
are closing.
so right. Thank you for the accountability measures right there.
I've been hanging out with Jack.
You have. Okay, so coming in with number 1 with 7 closed units. Woo, Robbie Yansky, get it. Debbie Zepeda, number 2 with 5 units. Did I tell y'all she used to be my student? Oh, okay. I know, right? Y'all are all supposed to say, "Aw." Y'all all cute.
Like in elementary school? Like that kind of
No,
thing?
high school.
Oh, in high school. High school.
Okay.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Next time we'll work on this. All right. So we had a 4-way tie for second place. So Debbie, Joyce, Nilda, and Winona Smith, winning with Winona, all had 5 units. Great job. Congratulations. Moving on to our teams, we had the Diaz team reigning in with just as much as Robbie with 7 units. Sharon P. Realty Group with 6 coming in at second. The Ambassador Real Estate Group with 5 coming in at third, and a 2-way tie for 4 units with the Flores team and the Marta Mohan team. Way to go. So let's go on to our groups. We love our groups. The B&B team, number 1 with 21 closed units. That's it. I mean, they were a little off.
Holiday period. Holiday.
And allergies, you know. Right. The Audra O'Neill team coming in second with 16 closed units. The SIA group with 10. The Investor group with 9 as 4th place, and a 2-way tie with 3 closed units for the month of December. The Guevara Liz Backlund group and the Kathy Stubbs team. Congratulations, you guys. So let's take a look at what that looked like in terms of adjusted close volume. So our top individuals coming in with number 1, Sapna Patel, with just over 1.8 million adjusted close volume. Gloria Ilochunwu Hopefully I got that right. At 1.5 at second place, Brandy Zimos at 1.4 at third place, Nelda Salinas at 1.4 as well. At fourth place, and Seema Dalvandi at 1.4 as well. There's Seema. Great job. Looking at our teams, we got the Rajesh and Nita Desai team. Number one with 2.5 million in closed volume. Sharon P. Realty Group whoop, whoop, with 2.3. The Marta Mohan team is third with 1.6. And Dia's team is fourth with 1.4, and the Forest team at 1.1. Go ahead. You know that's all green eyes right there. All right. Rolling on into group. How am I doing on time? Good. All right, great. The BMP team coming in number one with 8.8 million. In closed volume, the Audrey O'Neill team with 3.4 in closed volume, the Investor Group at 2.1, the Kathy Stubbs team with 1.8, or Kathy Stubbs Group, SIA Group at 1.1. These are some great numbers. Please celebrate them with us. Act like this is church. Like I need to say amen before y'all do this. All right, what we got next? Triple Crown Award. This is Krista's favorite award. It shows people are not just consistent in one thing, but they're consistent in several. So you got 3 or more, not counting leases, closed deals for the month of December as an individual agent. Absolutely. So number one being Joyce Castillo. Go ahead, Castillo. We also had Sahar, well, not number one. I don't think this is in order. Yeah. So Sahar Khatib, Angie Parrish, Travis Ford. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, brand new agent, right? Susan Garginski, Gloria Ilochunwu, Robbie Yansky, Lam Mugen, Sapna Patel, Nelda Salinas, Winona Smith, and Debbie Sabeda. Great job. I don't know where she has it in this order, but hopefully it's on here. We have cappers as well, so don't let me forget that. Sure. Okay, so it is last. Okay, Kelliversaries. Woo, we got a lot. So all with 1 year, they stuck with us a year and they survived. We appreciate that. So we have Diana Abil Mona, Omar Albatar, Jesslyn Atunu, LaShawn Burin, Amer Harun, Irma Klink, Rigoberto or Rigo Mata, Jennifer Melendez, Karen Talsheketi, Angela Taylor, and Rodney Washington. Give them a round of applause for making it 1 year. 2 years in the bucket, they said, hey, we ain't new to this. We got Kasim Abusbiye. Just come back to me. Joshua Gamino. We'll talk later. And Lisa Roberts. Great job. And then 3 years, we have Erica Almaguer. Namet, my twin. We stuck with him for 3 years
And you all survived. Look at that. Yeah.
Elizabeth Hurd and Asia Ramon and Tracy Wise. Then we just skipped to 5 years. It's like the people in 4 years, they're like, we don't do that. So 5 years, we got Michelle Hughes and Mike O'Neill, whoop, whoop, of the O'Neill team. 6 years, Helen Burgess, Giselle Espana, Alan Lee. 7 years, Brenda Brady, Stevie DeCall, Peggy James, and Payman Talabi. 8 years, Rebecca Chow, Liz Bachman, Karen Herbert, or Abear, Lyle, and Dimitri Shitman, I don't know, and Delia Teal. Give them a round of applause. Then for 9 years, we have a soul person, Jose Garcia. 10 years, a soul person, Sarah. She's in the house.
Decade, Sarah.
The whole decade. A couple of people loved us 11 years ago. So Rhonda Blount, Michael Cato, Pam Lewis, Aleo. I didn't know you've been here for that long.
All right, allow.
Okay.
11 years.
11 years. And Gary Sturgenagel, Tenzesta Smith, and Heidi Williams and Alice Singh. Congratulations. All right, 12 years, Cindy Grillo and Marta Mohan. We jumped all the way to 20 years. These people are committed. We got Kai and May Tan. And then 25 years, Seema. Yep.
Pretty awesome.
Awesome.
Wow.
Thank Thank y'all for bearing with me. All right, just listed. I'm just gonna go off of this because it's not here. Round of applause. These people just listed their first listing. And that's Monica Kraft, Tabasama Saad, Timothy Bloomer, Tanya Nicholas, and Tanisha Foster. Congratulations. And then
Listings come closings.
with listings come closings, and that is here. No leases. All right, so we have Ahmad Mirza, Cheryl Broussard, congratulations, Samuel Ayo, Tanya Nicholas, and Tanisha Foster. Congratulations. All right, our cappers for December, we have Brandy. Simos is always a, yeah. Karen Talshaketi, congrats on capping. Elle Hill, Rajesh Anita Desai. Sharon Parker, yay. Nazneen Danani, Miss Tasha Hippolyte, LaDonna Parker, Lapita DeCaw, Robbie, good old Robbie Ansky, and Wanda Pearson. And that's it. Y'all are done with me.
Woo, and that's team meeting for today. No, I'm just kidding. That was a mouthful, wasn't it?
It was a mouthful.
All right, well, let's appreciate that. Thank you for that.
Absolutely.
All right, let's turn the page a little bit and get into our main conversation, which is about conversation.
Okay,
How cool is that?
conversation, rules and, y'all remember that game?
All right. You want to come up here, Cynthia?
No. Oh, it was concentration. That I needed to have a conversation with y'all before I came up here, but I got y'all. Okay,
All right, let's go ahead and stop the share.
there you go.
All right. Hit
Come
you.
on, girl.
I
Come on,
mean, come
Cynthia.
on up there.
I mean, no, but did y'all see it?
I know.
And then Cynthia control. I think she was expecting it like a fan. Hello.
Do we have one?
You see?
I'm just asking
Diva.
for a friend.
So divalicious. You gotta love it.
You brought a whole book up?
I did. It's, you know,
That's you. I
She's
totally get it.
prepared. Look.
All right, so what we want to get into today, what I really wanted to focus on, as you saw in the title of the team meeting, was master the language.
Mm.
This is something that I know we talk about all the time. It's always advised that, hey, this is something you should really focus on. Yet it's something we very seldom do, okay? And the power of conversation and the way we have it is very instrumental in the growth of your business, okay? Especially in real estate. And we have two individuals today that do it at a high level, okay? And first and foremost, we have Ms. Cynthia Contreras, newly minted ALC.
hello.
Right? So
Yes,
you can
yes.
definitely see the growth. And part of that growth happens to be how you carry a conversation and how you manage to change the conversation or, grow in. Okay,
Yes.
go ahead. No,
No,
you're going to be able to say it better
I
than
wasn't
Mike.
gonna say change the conversation. I
Okay.
would say direct the
There we go.
conversation
Right.
towards your desired outcome.
See, said it way better than me.
See?
That's because you're the
Because
professional
I
at it.
practice.
All right. All right. So before we start diving into, when you do it, how you do it, how often you do it, all that good stuff. At the very beginning, what made you realize, look at that cue. It's so amazing. Like he's
Right on
like the
cue.
ultimate master,
Yes.
right? Like what made you realize that scripts can be so impactful?
So when I first joined Keller Williams, Kamal was running powerful conversations in the morning. And I have an engineering background. So to me, it's all about following a process, and coming in new, I didn't know what that process was. And so I came into Kamal's scripts and realized that he was giving the words that needed to be used in this real estate business. And that's when I started to learn how impactful and how important it was for me to know what to say before I was going to say it.
Okay. All right. So you say it's impactful, right?
Mhm.
So how has that impacted your business? That's the most important thing, right?
The biggest one if, you know, if somebody was to ask me, what is a dollar amount that I would tag on to this? I don't know that I could put one single number, because the biggest impact that it's had for me is to give me the confidence that I need to call complete strangers after I've called my sphere, who know, love, and trust me, but to call complete strangers, whether that be for sale by owners or expireds, or business to business calls, and have conversations with them, right? And
Okay.
every single day, I'm adding 1 or 2 people to my database from those calls, and I just know that in the long run, that's gonna add up.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you can slide
Nick,
over.
you
Yeah,
can
because
slide
we can
over.
just slide right in, right? So what advice would you give people that are hesitant or maybe feel like, well, that's not me, I'm gonna sound too robotic and I don't want to just be reading off a paper when I'm talking to somebody?
So 100%. We get that. I get that all the time, that is a concern. And my pushback on that is, once you do it over and over and over and over and over again, it becomes internalized, and you'll learn how to deliver it in your cadence in a normal conversation.
That's, yeah, that's absolutely true, right? I have some more things for you, but I'm gonna segue back to it because you're gonna see
Okay.
how I flow that, right?
Okay, you flow. You flow.
And we have another gentleman that's joined us, right? And his name is Christopher Hurley, right? And for those of you, you heard a few woot woots in the room. Those are from definitely some of our veterans that are here, or some that might have bought in a little bit. See, and you're hearing words like royalty being thrown out, yet some of you may have no clue who this gentleman is. But he has some major ties to this office, okay? So I will let him introduce himself and tell us a little bit about himself. All right.
So I'm Chris Hurley. I know you. Mona was on my team at one point. Other people were on my team at one point. We had probably the biggest team for about 5 years running in this year. SIA and us would go head to head. Total unit count, we've lost by 1 unit twice to them. He did that.
Still, you hear that, my Tanakai? He still holds a grudge.
Still counting. I run a business in North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina, and I still run a business here. And so I list and sell in both places. Keller Williams University gave me an approved trainer status. So I travel around and teach in market centers in the Carolinas and Georgia. And I'm honored to be back here today to do our thing here. If you're going to stay for our Scripts Mastermind, that's sort of been my niche over the pandemic. The blessings of the pandemic is when they force you out of your real estate office and make you stay in your house, you got to figure out how to get better at stuff. And so the daily Zoom, doesn't that sound exciting? Every day for 2 years, right? That's what you do to, you all are really fortunate in this office. We have a great space and a lot of people. In North Carolina, it's different. We were closed, like literally closed for months. So digital worked out for us in a way that allowed me to really hone in on one thing, which is saying smart things in real estate. And that's my goal with the training that we do. My goal is that every realtor can say a couple smart things and get a little bit closer to an easy transaction. It doesn't have to be a for sale by owner or expired. Most likely your best transactions are already in your phone. Mm-hmm. And so the scripts that we practice are ones that I hope that you put into your daily talks. People like Tanya Nicholas, who I don't know, but I met first time in person, has come and passionately pursued speaking smarter words in real estate. And Tanya Nicholas is a successful broker. So those are the kinds of successes we need in our office, that people can transition. And we should think of how to guide people to say the right things just to find easy business. Not every deal has to be the most challenging one in the world. And we do scripts to make the easy ones right there in front of you.
That's pretty awesome. All right, let's take it back to the beginning. Now, you're known for mastering purposeful conversations. You're saying that I'm sure you grew during the pandemic, or you mastered it. I beg to differ. We still hear Chris Hurley stories, especially from Chad, where you're there having conversations in the bullpen and people are just listening to you and see mastery at work. And so we still hear those around the halls. So how did this begin? Like, how did this start, this whole passion for conversations and understanding that this can be so impactful?
Yeah, the opportunity, right? In 2008 and 9, what was the biggest opportunity?
Well, housing market. Yeah,
Sales.
yeah.
Short sales, expireds. When you would turn on the HAR hot list and you would have 400 new homes to call every day, that was opportunity. And so I loved calling expireds. I still do love calling expireds. On New Year's Day, I called expireds because it's just an easy sale for me. Now, if you've ever called expireds and gotten yelled at, you might say something different, and that's okay. It's not for everybody. But in 2008, you had to find the willing and able, because you had a lot of people thinking about it but couldn't afford to sell. And a lot of realtors couldn't be straight with them and tell them how to succeed. So that was an easy market for us to get into. Just consulting with people and finding out how to serve them. Who could sell in that market?
Yeah, that's true. Some people were desperate too, right, during that time. So finding those, absolutely. That's awesome. All right, so in what way did change the way you engage with people, I guess, especially during that time, how did that impact your business?
Well, it gave us a huge number of listings, right, that were motivated, ready to sell listings. They had a time on the market and been conditioned by the market outcome, got better advice this time, and repositioned their house to find the right buyer, and we did that. And so our big inventory in 2008 through 12 was a lot of expired business. And so some of it's, opportunities there. My first $1 million listing was an expired. I've got one client that was an expired on Harold Street. It's turned into $6 million in sales over 10 years. He's moved to San Antonio and back. One of his lots next door to his house in Westview came, and I was his realtor because I called him back in 2010 as an expired. So those relationships are there. If you show up big, it's a great business opportunity.
Well, that's the key, right? So when you establish your relationship, especially if it's somebody you don't know now, at some point they're in your database or they're in your sphere, and that tree keeps giving
Over and over again.
Right? So that's pretty awesome. All right, so now we got a bit of your background, and you've proven that, hey, you're the Jedi master at this, right? And teach us something. What is so important about these purposeful conversations? Something along the lines of the conversation we had last night.
Many people seek to build friendship with people, and it takes time. It takes time for you to know them, for them to know you and trust you. And so very often the things that we do are around making that a connection piece. And yet those people are sometimes the last ones that we're willing to ask for help. And if people are already in your phone, if when you call, they know it's you calling, they're already willing to help you. What do you have to ask for their help in? Just finding real estate business. Can you know anybody who is looking to sell right now? Do you know anybody who's looking to buy right now? And if they really like you, what will they do? They will let you know. And most of the time they'll say what?
No, I don't know anybody.
You know what's interesting though, Cynthia, because we had this conversation, you're likely going to run into 2 or 3 people this week. So if you don't mind, when you do, just send me a text message. You know how to do that 3-way text message? Perfect. I'd love to connect with your friends and family and see how I can help them.
Sounds great. Thanks.
So at the risk of sounding novice, do you think that now that person is purposefully or subliminally kind of searching for real estate conversations?
100%.
Who else has asked?
Yeah.
Who else has asked for the business?
What you focus on expands. You've planted that seed. And now when they run into somebody in the grocery store, they're going to go, oh, I know somebody who's in real estate.
That radar is on.
What's going to cause them to think about it? The postcard or the phone call?
Phone call.
Well, this goes back to the MREA principle, right? About prospecting and marketing, right? Prospect based and marketing enhanced instead of the other way around.
People are looking for service. And if you don't believe it, I called somebody who one of our first buyer's agents sold probably in 2004. He'd been on some digital drip, hadn't been talked to. And I called him at the beginning or in March of 2020. And guess what he was ready to do? Sell 2 houses. I put him in the Keller Concierge. We got him flipped and sold, 1 under contract and sold, 1 under contract and pending. And then I called him 2 weeks ago. You know what he said to me? I've got another one in Freeport. Can you list that one for me too? Now, Freeport's super sexy. Not super sexy, but it's almost $1 million for one client this year, right? Mm-hmm. Is it worth that call to somebody who just is in the periphery of your business? Yeah. right? It's all in our phones right now. Will you reach out and say something like, how can I help you? Who do you know who I can help? And just be open to these opportunities. And there's only one way you can guarantee not to have that.
Not calling.
Just don't call. If you don't call anybody, you're guaranteed not to have that. You will never meet a buyer if you don't do open houses, right? But if you want to meet lots of buyers,
Do them.
Have lots of open houses.
have lots of open houses.
And don't pray that nobody shows. Right?
And-
Yeah, definitely don't do that. Yeah.
But it's a lot easier to talk to your friends and family and at least sort them in those who can help you, will help you, or goodness gracious, know the ones who don't, whose spouse is a realtor, and you should never take them out to lunch or hang out with them if you will never get a deal from them. Are there people whose spouses are a realtor?
Yeah.
Yes, there are. And they'll never refer you, but they'll come eat your food. I'd rather spend time with people that I know are going to help me in my business, and so should you.
And there's no reason why somebody that's in the periphery of your business can't be your business.
Why not, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Totally part of the business.
Yeah, some pretty powerful stuff. All right, so let's bring this together. So you just, from what I gather, you just happen to randomly click on a link and end up in something called money generating conversations. Okay.
Oh, that
And-
was a good day.
Yes, and you met this young lady and wondered what was going on. I later had to fill her in to tell her who you exactly were.
There's this
It's
guy.
like
that
some
keeps
random
showing
guy
up.
that showed up and kept talking. So,
No.
yeah.
Let me explain.
Okay.
Showed up with no introduction and starts trying to take over my
I did
show.
not start to take over. That's
Okay.
not true.
And I am like, who is this guy?
All right. So let me, from your perspective, what did you see?
So my perspective is different now, having left Houston
Okay.
and traveled the US and looked at a bunch of different market centers. And truthfully, we have one of the best market centers in all of the Keller Williams operation. It is.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with Chad.
No, that's to do with me.
It has
Right.
nothing to do with any of the leadership. That's a blue piece right there. It's
Yeah.
her, it's him, it's the glue here. It's
Yeah.
Sharon Parker, been here how long? Long as I have, 15, 20 years. And so I will share with you that that's different when you get out of this office. And so when I think of the things that go on here, it's a great group of people. And we've got a great reputation in our community, and we serve people at a high level. And in general, if you just follow some basics at KW, you will too serve people at a high level and just continue the reputation that you're standing on top of these people that have just been giants in the local market. I mean, there's some tremendously successful people right out of this office. And so when I see it, and I see an opportunity to do something that I'm already doing just 30 minutes before, which is script practice, I want to help people here get better. Because making the footprint here is just simple conversations. And there's so much opportunity in Houston. You know, in the Denver market, you know how many total homes on their MLS now? 1,400.
Wow.
They're usually at 20,000.
Yeah.
Geez, and we complain about a tight market.
We have opportunity here, friends. We have opportunity. We just have to get engaged with it. And if just one simple way, you can have a couple more conversations today on purpose. That's going to find that one or two deals that makes it easier to not be sweating the HAR renewal contest.
So they were happening back then too,
They
the
were
contests?
happening
You're
back
still
then.
running those contests? All right, or Andy?
So I see people in there coming to train. I see a dedicated facilitator in Cynthia who runs a very good group in the morning and is willing to help every day if you're willing to show up.
And let me add, this is a come as you are, safe place where I don't expect you guys to have some scripts book memorized. Sometimes we go off of a written script, sometimes we ad lib it because it's important for us to just say those words out loud, okay? So I don't want you to come in and think that it's gonna be a super official, I need to know what all of these scripts are, what book are we on? No, that's not
There's
how
not
it
a
is.
grading system.
There's not a grading system. Just come in and give it a shot. And if you're dropping off kids, which, you know, at 7:30 I am, right? You could just listen in, put it on mute, and just keep hearing the conversations over and over again and know that that information is seeping in.
Okay, so how
That's-
often do you practice?
I was gonna say, that's exactly, I was gonna pull at that point that you can just be a spectator, right? Because Dan Goon said how he would just participate at first and not necessarily chime in. And he learned or experienced a lot of the objections that people were saying. And now when he was in front of somebody, he can utilize what was said in the script practice because he now knew of how to handle that objection. So just come in and just, be a spectator and spectate for a little while, but you're gonna get the biggest bang from your buck if you also participate.
A definite shout out to Dan Goon and Jack Avon, who also joined Cynthia on money generating conversations. Okay, Jack's got something real
We
quick.
got a comment from Jack.
Yeah, just real quick. Dan Goon and I and my wife, we all share the same office, but often after script practice, if Dan's in there, we're discussing different scripts. So discuss it amongst yourselves too.
Yeah.
Practice.
Okay, how often do you have these script practices? Money generating conversations.
Money generating conversations, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8:30.
Okay, and what can somebody expect?
Come as you are, right? Listen in if you want, participate if you want. We cover the gamut from business to business to for sale by owners or expires. Sphere, we do a lot of sphere calls, practices, especially for people who are newer agents. And the biggest one that we also get are golden nuggets. Dan, I know, Jack, myself, Chris, we all participate in other early morning masterminds, and that information trickles down. So not only are you going to get the scripts, but you're going to get the hot pieces of information that are working with agents all over the country in terms of how they're succeeding in their business.
Awesome. And do they need to bring anything? Does any agent need to bring anything or know anything to join
Click
you?
on the link, hit the passcode, and just listen in.
Just be there. Just be
be there.
there.
Awesome. All right. Well, I appreciate you for that.
How else are you starting your day? Start your day.
Come
That's
join
very
us.
true.
It's a warm up.
Okay. Any last piece of advice for everyone there, Chris?
Baby
Watching.
steps. Baby steps. Find one contract. If you're
Baby steps.
if you're brand new and you need help, if you're an seasoned agent, would you help somebody and co-broke a really high-end deal that they don't have any experience with? Sharon Park, would you do that? Kathy Stubbs, would you do that? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so you've got two seasoned agents. Chris, would you do that? Seasoned agents here willing to help. Don't sweat it if you got the $1 million rock star listing in Sweetwater. Just go grab somebody and co-list it.
Yep.
My biggest deal in Raleigh that just closed was 1.24, and it was a co-list by somebody who called and expired and set an appointment and said, "What do I say?" And I said, "Will you say this?" She goes, "I can't. Will you co-list it with me?" And so I did the Zoom call. We closed it. Never met these people. Easy $20,000 commission. So just do that. Use your resources. You got tons of experience all over the county, all over the city, all over the price point window. That all you have to do if you're brand new is bring something back and co-broke it and get these deals done. But everybody here is willing to help.
Awesome. Yep. That's definitely our culture, right? That's absolutely. All right. So tell us, we already gave her shameless plug. How can we learn from the master?
You can come to the mastermind after this. I'm going to teach one of my classes, 6 scripts that changed my career. So we'll go over that in an awesome 90-minute mastermind. And the real work, the real progress you make is by developing the new habit. And so the new habit is whatever you choose to be. And I would encourage you to get started as possible. If you are early bird, you can start at 5:30 in the morning on Early Birds in the clubhouse. My dear friends from Baltimore and Boston run a Early Birds Talking Real Estate. No video, just talking. It's a great mastermind. You can find it on, what's it called? Clubhouse.
Yep.
You can then come to my mastermind, which is at 7:30, 7:20, 7:15 if you get in for the pre-show. And we'll run every day till 8. And then from 8 o'clock, you can transition over to Cynthia's and do yours. So if you will start practicing and developing whatever habit fits in yours and improve your words of real estate that lead to appointments, you will get the success that I know everybody thought of when they first got their real estate license. So that's the one thing I would do. Mine is scriptsjedi.club. If you want to come to mine, you can find it on the Facebook, National Real Estate Scripts and Role Play. It's a big Facebook group. 500 or so people, but I'd love to see you guys there. Come on out and we'll get the scripting going in the morning.
Awesome. And then money generating conversation.
Money generating, I always plug that. You guys always hear me plug that.
Awesome. Well, I couldn't have said it better than them. Pretty awesome to have you, Chris. I appreciate you being here. I understand that you come for a short period of time when you're in town and to squeeze us in for almost a whole
Ryan.
day here.
Well,
Appreciate
it's
you.
an honor. I
Thank you.
appreciate it, and I
Great
appreciate
having
the
you.
work you guys do. Thank you.
Thank you. And of
Yeah.
course, as always, thank you. Thank you,
All right,
darling.
let me grab
Always
my
have my
water.
back and I appreciate it. All right, guys, I hope that was very meaningful to you and you saw value in that because it definitely was really powerful. Okay, there's not really much more I need to add to that, right? All right, guys, partners, let's get in here. Let's close it up. I'm sure people are getting hungry.
Hi,
All right.
guys. I have the funniest story. I was laughing when Cynthia was talking about when Chris called her. She got on the phone with Chris and she was like, who's this? I worked for a title company for like 2 seconds before I came to Celebrity. And I actually called Joe Rata to get his business. I had no idea. He owned Celebrity Title and sold to Patent Title, but I had no idea. I just picked up the phone and called Joe Rothschild. So put yourself out there. You never know who you're gonna meet. I did. And he was like, hey, let's meet, let's talk. And he was like, you're hired. I want you on my team. I was like, what? So that was just a quick story. Three things to say. One, there is vision board class at 1 today. We're trying to figure out where it's gonna be. We could even be in the same room. Look, let's just all create a vision together. So that's today. February 3rd at 2 p.m., 2 to 5. Mike Wong is actually track certified now to teach classes, and he's gonna do a realtor safety. And it's 3 hours, 3 CE credits, and that's February 3rd from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. And I'll send you guys the flyer. We have it, so. Yeah, so, and it's our very own Mike, so that's exciting. And number 3 is my fun fact real quick. Did you know housewarming is a tradition that comes from burning your mortgage paperwork? So in the early days, actually the 1900s, interest rates were pretty high, up to 20%. So paying off your mortgage was an even more momentous occasion, and homeowners would celebrate by throwing a big party and burning their mortgage documents. So that's why it's
After the
called-
bills were done.
Yeah, right. I know, like, where'd my payment book go? That's what I used to do when I was a kid, rip them up. You don't, if you don't have it, you don't pay it, right? That's the way I used to look at it. But anyways, that's my fun fact.
practice that.
Don't practice that. Thank you. Oh, and one more thing. If you're not 100% good with your title company, happy with your title company, let's talk. I know all of you. I love all of you. I work well with all of you. If you're not 100% happy, will you just give me the opportunity to show what my team can do? I'm downstairs and I would really appreciate the opportunity, and just call me or text me or whatever you want. I would love to work with all of you. Thank you. Bye.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
Hello, everybody. So, last month, I went to a small party. There's about 10 agents there. So then after the party, the next day and a few days later, and 2 agents called me up to help their customer. So then I find out they are 2 top producer. Okay, I find those top producer, they have the character, right? They have an open mind, accepting new things. And then at least you try things at one time. If you don't like it, you can drop it, but at least you try it one time. So, yeah, and then it's pretty easy to set up electricity for me. If the client, if the agent build up the trust for me to their client, now you may just text me a customer phone number. So I text them like from my typical and walk to here. It just within 2 minutes. The customer, they commit to sign up for me. So it's like the client, if the agent, do the good identification for me, and then it's really easy to close those customers, okay? And then talking about the top producer, yesterday, my manager told me, they give me $500 bonus for being a top producer for last year. Yeah, so. Also, my survey score is really high. Most people give me 5 stars out of 5 stars. I only remember like 4 people give me 4 stars. So your customer will be in the good hands if they send them to me, okay? Okay, I work for Reliant, okay? My phone number is over there in the poster, okay? If
also in the kitchen doing, if you, okay.
All right, thank you, Yui, appreciate it. All right, AMCAP, what you got today?
Morning, guys. Lacey with AMCAT. How is everybody? Just quickly, an announcement. Tomorrow, Dale is hosting a mortgage basics class here at 10:30. I think it goes for about an hour. So we don't expect you guys to be the expert on mortgage. Let us do that. Let us ask the hard questions that you don't want to ask. I mean, know your buyer and pre-qualify your buyer the best way that you can. What do you do? How long have you been doing that? How's your credit? Have you been pre-qualified? Those kind of questions. Let us take it from there. If you do have a buyer who has already been pre-qualified, they've been quoted a rate, et cetera, give us a shot at it. You know, just give us a call. Hey, where are your rates today? We can get very competitive. So we also have, I don't know if you guys know that Catherine Albee is bilingual. Did y'all know that we have 2 bilingual loan officers? Dale is also, and then Nico's back. So you have access to 4 LOs, loan officers in this office. So use this as your resource. Okay. Right. Oh, and our cards, I said this last week, but here's your cheat sheet for everything that a buyer might need. So you can take a picture of that and say, hey, start getting this together.
Awesome. Thank you, Lisa. All right, let's get our sponsor partners up here. Oh, it just went. All right, Divi, what you got?
All right,
Hi,
I'm
Jen.
standing between, hi, you and lunch. Divvy sponsored lunch today, so we're excited to be here in the Houston market. Who is looking to expand their business in 2022? Okay, who's heard of Divvy Homes? In a second, I'm gonna, some prizes for some, don't hand up my phone. Okay,
That's not a prize.
so we're gonna talk about Divvy Homes. It's a alternative, oh, okay.
There's a bunch of people on Zoom.
Yes. We're an alternative to buying a home, right? We are a twist on lease to purchase, which I know you guys don't like to stay in Texas. And we are new to the market. We've been buying homes across the country for the last 4 years. We're new in Houston. We bought our first home in 2021. Okay. And there's a QR code that you can go and sign up. Mary Lynn's gonna work through that. You guys can just go on the QR code and sign up. I hope you'll all sign up. There's no charge to the agents and there is no fee to your customers. Okay, and who are we looking to target? Our mission is to help lower the barrier of entry to home ownership. So think about those customers that are not quite mortgage ready, but you know that they can be in a home, right? Maybe their FICO score isn't where it needs to be, but they have a down payment, or maybe their FICO score is great, but they don't have a down payment. Think of those customers. They are new customers with this program. You can reach out to them and invite them to join your portal. And so they are also FHA buyers, right, that are losing out to cash buyers. We can be their cash buyer. So in a nutshell, agents work with the customer. We buy the home on their behalf. We're the cash buyer. The customer signs a lease agreement with Divvy. It's over a 3-year lease agreement. The minute they are mortgage ready, they can buy back the home. They get approved with the lender of their choice. So lenders are good people to reach out to have, hey, you have a handful of people, maybe you haven't qualified over the last year. You know, those are all great customers. We're really trying to turn those people that are perpetually stuck in the rental cycle into homeowners. So we've bought about 4,000 homes across the country over the last few years. About 47% of those people are buying back the home. So we're seeing a lot of success. Again, we're newer to the Houston market. We bought our first home in 2021. I think you're going to hear a lot about us in April. We're going to start doing a lot of advertising. So you might have customers reach out to you, right? So it's helpful to start talking about it now. Just a real quick, here's the QR code. If anybody wants to scan it, they can do that. I should have this on presentation, but you can scan that QR code. Okay, customers that we look for, right? A FICO score of 550 or and above. They have steady employment for 3 months. No bankruptcy or eviction in the last year, and debt to income at 50%. Okay. Right. So that's dramatically different than if someone's getting approved for a mortgage. Okay.
There are not income requirements, right? But they have to get approved through our underwriting, right? There's no fee to the customer, so we always say, it's just a soft credit check. It's not gonna, right? So have them go ahead and apply. Yep.
Hello. I-10s?
We will
Do you-
work with iTunes.
Okay.
The catch there with the patio permit is we're putting in
Yeah. Yeah. I'm on the wrong presentation here. So, homes that we buy, right? We buy move-in ready homes. So again, that's where we're counting on the agent, right? To go to the showing with the customer, make sure it's a move-in ready home. HVAC systems less than 18 years old, roof in good condition, no foundation issues. That's what we're looking for in the homes that we buy. Okay, so the minute that you have a customer that's ready to buy, they can, you will initiate an offer with Divvy. We will work with you as the agent to put together the offer. We will write it on the checks contract. We will give it to you as the agent to present it to the seller. We're working with you with the negotiation, right? You're gonna walk through the inspection. We pay for the inspection, we do the inspection. And the agent will earn a full commission when that property closes. Quick close, cash offer, no appraisal. Yeah.
When they're buying back the home, how much are they buying back? What's the increase on the
Okay,
buyback?
so, and you will, great question. You will see it all on the website. When you go in there and do a home search and click into any of the homes, it lays it out for you. Here's the purchase price. It's pulled from MLS. These are all populated from the MLS system. What's the purchase price? And then it will show them if they're, what their payment options are, right, for a monthly payment. And then what it looks like at 18 months and what it looks like at 36 months to buy back the home. It's a modest appreciation, about 5 to 7% is what we apply to the home. Yeah, yeah.
I think you answered my question. I was looking to see what
Okay,
the
so
premium
this
was.
is typically like a 30-minute presentation that I'll give for offices. I'm happy to come back and do a presentation for you guys. So this is kind of a teaser, but sign up. Barbara will have my information if someone needs to get a hold of me. If you have an email, partners@divvyhomes.com. There are webinars we host online and trainings and everything. So presentation? Yeah, I can send you some slides. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Are you still gonna be hanging out here for a little bit?
We are gonna be here for, for 30 minutes or so, 20 minutes. So if anybody has any questions, Melissa's here. She's head of our partner agent program. Mary Lynn is responsible for the 60 markets across the country. And I am your Dallas, Houston, San Antonio contact.
Awesome.
So thank you.
Valuable.
Oh, wait, I got a couple giveaways. Any ideas on a good lead, how to get a good lead with Divvy Homes? Yes, in the back. Yes. Okay, what's another one, Mary Lynn? Well, I didn't give them that. Okay, what's the minimum FICO score? Here you go.
I know, right?
Sorry, maybe you guys could share the bag or something. Did everybody get a pen? No sharing? I got the pen. The rent is market rate. The rent is market rate. They are, though we say we're a company that makes street your vegetables. We do force our customers to save. So there's a portion of their monthly payment that they're paying to Divvy that goes in a savings account for your customer. That's how they're building their equity. That's what they're going to use to be approved for the mortgage in the end. Yes, exactly. But you're looking at like a 1 to 2% down payment. A portion.
I can't.
No, they will. They're being forced to say. Encouraged.
All told.
Right, y'all gonna come to the class. And
Am I
sounds
good?
like we have great enough interest, we will get her here within the month.
You're welcome, dear. Thank you. All right. All right, guys. I hope that was you want to stop the share. All right. All right, guys. Well, appreciate you joining us. We went a little bit over. That was a really powerful meeting. I hope you got a little bit of value and a lot of growth from that.
Enjoy your lunch.
Enjoy
and stick
your
around for the powerful conversations
Let's see what the
and
chats were.
creating your vision
Let's see what the
board.
chats were.